Now, for those of you who aren't aware, IShowSpeed got into some, I wouldn't say it's controversy. I think like everyone kind of understood that this was, an accident, at least some people. So he was playing Five Nights at Freddy's, and he got a jump scare by like the animatronic known as Chica, and as any normal person would do, instead of just reacting normally and just, being scared, because it's IShowSpeed, he decided to get up out of his chair and start humping the camera, saying that he wanted to make love to Chica. And what happened is apparently IShowSpeed doesn't have underwear on, and he ends up flashing the camera. And it got him into, I wouldn't say hot water, because he actually came out pretty fine by the end of this. But a lot of people were speculative of what was it gonna happen to him, because this was on YouTube. YouTube has a whole thing with like nudity, like a lot of platforms do, especially when it comes to live streaming. And some people speculated that this was a move by Speed, like he was trying to do this to get out of his like contract with YouTube as a way to make a move to kick. I don't think that's the case. I'm gonna be honest. I think that's a stretch. I do get the whole thing of being like, oh, Speed probably did that as like a publicity stunt, to get his name back out there, controversy and shit like that. Again, I don't even think that's the case. But I definitely think it's very believable when it comes to, streamers like Speed. But at the end of the day, he is definitely not really facing any repercussions from it. YouTube kind of acted very swiftly when it came to this whole situation, and it really just ended with them being like, "Oh, it's fine. It was an accident," because he didn't really keep any like thought of it. There's nothing of like the initial broadcast that was kept, and it definitely just seems like it was an accident. And, anyways, we're just gonna kind of like go into like the whole. Charlie made a video about this, and he also made a response video, like the whole like YouTube response video to IShowSpeed. And we're just gonna watch both of these real quick.
Goofy stories are the spaghetti and I'm the meatball. I can't resist. So, many of you have probably already seen the biggest YouTube live streamer, IShowSpeed, just had a bit of a whoops-a-daisy moment on stream. He was playing Five Nights at Freddy's and Chica jump scared him, and his penis fell out of his shorts. Now you might be asking yourself, how is this possible? What kind of paranormal activity took place here? Did Chica crawl out of the screen and pull his dick out for him on camera? Like, how did this go wrong? What a weird response to fear, to expose yourself after you get frightened. I know Five Nights at Freddy's fandom can get a little wild, but I mean, this is next level. So what exactly happened? Well, IShowSpeed was playing a Five Nights at Freddy's game, and Chica gave him a spook, said, "Boo!" And in response to the jump scare, Speed stood up, saying that he wanted to fuck Chica, and he was thrusting at the camera. One thing led to another, and then bang, penis. So, as you can imagine, this was a pretty embarrassing moment that, of course, blew up online. More like I show meat, am I right?
Oh my
This
god, I seen that
situation could
hashtag
lead
a
to an
lot
extended
recently.
vacation from YouTube streaming because nudity is against their rules, but there is a chance that they don't enforce it super strict here since it was an accident. They have been somewhat loosey-goosey on these rules in the past. Like, even just a month ago, there was a channel that blew up thanks to a viral video they made of a guy naring his butthole. Just full asshole on display, no censorship, nothing like that. It's just his brown balloon knot getting nared. And it was totally fine, still on the platform. And that's thanks to their educational content override policy where you can have things like a chocolate starfish getting de-haired without censorship, and it's okay because there's educational context around it. Though in this case, with the IShowSpeed cock situation, I don't exactly know what argument you'd make for it being educational unless it's like this is educational because it demonstrates how not to react to a jump scare, I guess. I don't know. But since it's accidental,
Yeah, guys,
they
if
might
you
have
weren't
some
aware,
flexibility.
the worst way you can the worst way you can react to a jump scare is by pulling your dick out. Don't do it, guys. I don't know how many of you need to learn that. but don't do it.
YouTube says that they're not going to ban him or anything like that, or even give him a strike. It'll just be business as usual. He's fine to continue moving forward on the platform
Oh
as
yeah,
he
like
had.
right after it happened, he did end the stream, so it wasn't like, oh, like he just went on business as normal. He was like, oh no, I messed up and I stopped it. So I think that's why people were just like, oh, it had to have been an accident. It's not a publicity stunt. Like this more than likely was just like something he didn't really plan on. So I think that's where the fairness comes in. And like I'm not the biggest fan of Speed. Like there's a bunch of shit that he does and has done that just like I'm very much against because like it's very fucked up. Like the whole like what was it, paradox coin, and even like his response to that where he's like, oh, like I'm not a scammer, bro, even though like he definitely scammed people. But like in situations like this, like that's not something like it's not a good thing to like hate on him for because like it was an accident. Like this doesn't feel like he would just expose himself out of nowhere. But there was something crazy that came out of this that's going to like lead us into the next part of the video because I'm not just making this about the Speed situation.
But anyway, that's the most recent update on this whole story. But I do want to give a quick mention to a really degenerate clip that I just saw floating around about Aiden Ross's response to this.
Bro, guys, stop talking about Speed. I don't give a fuck. I've seen it thousands of times. I've known Speed for years. I've seen it in person thousands of times. I don't care. I saw it and I laughed. I smiled. I don't care, bro.
So this is something that Charlie's about to get into, but I might as well just talk about it anyways. Speed is 18. He turned 18 recently, like in at least like I believe it was like the beginning of the year. And Aiden said, I've known him for years, I've seen it plenty of times. That's just him basically saying, I have seen a minor's dick so many times. Like, I have actually seen someone who was a minor so many times. And again, this could be different context. Maybe he's seen it thousands of times since he turned 18. But, like, that's a very weird thing to say. Like, I don't know. I feel like you would want to specify it when it comes to someone who is a minor. Or who was a minor, and more likely, from what you said in this video, more than likely was a minor when he showed you that. I feel like he should have definitely brought in some more context with this. Because it does not make him look great. But Aiden Ross isn't exactly the expert of making himself look good, let's be honest. As we can see with this video, trigger warning transphobia. And this was in response to a Minecraft YouTuber named Sapnap. And Sapnap was facing with a lot of controversy recently because he decided to sign with Kick. And Kick is very infamous for allowing a lot of hate speech on their platform. It's very much not a safe place to have a community full of LGBTQ members, even just like people like marginalized people in general. It's very much a place for, white incelly boys who just want to spout every single slur at the top of their lungs and just want to say that they want to kill like minorities, kill, LGBT people. Just the worst. And this was his response to it.
Signed to Kick. I look at it, bro. He has hundreds of thousands of followers. He tweeted out he's going to Kick. He got 3,000 followers from fucking announcing because his own community is boycotting him going to Kick. Right? Because they have morals.
Dude, you don't have morals. Let's be honest. You'll do anything and say anything to try to get more money or to try to like you should know that like it is. Well, he's probably saying like, oh, it's a moral thing, like trying to play down like the whole moral situation, because like a lot of people were against him when he like moved to Kick and started saying like insane shit, and like especially with like his two genders tweet that he put out, like. Of course he would say this. Like, it's not that surprising. But, like, again.
You don't got no fucking morals, bro. You fucking viewers. People just try to be so good.
Oh, by the way, the guy who's, like, saying, like, people don't have morals is the guy who, like, dick rides Aiden Drew Tate whenever he fucking can. But we don't have morals.
Goody perfect. Nobody's perfect, bitch. Fuck you guys, bro. The problem is, I'm telling you motherfuckers, cancel me, I don't give a fuck. The problem is when these children... There's 13, 14-year-old children.
This is coming from a dude. And like you probably already know where this is going. It's the whole like, oh, kids are getting trans surgery even though they're fucking not, because he's a fucking dumbass. He doesn't know. He honestly doesn't know. He doesn't know shit. This is the same guy who thought that that Joe Biden was responsible for, you know, bodily, abortion being banned in the United States. This is coming from the same exact guy. Like, he doesn't know fucking shit. When he was asked the question, why do you think Donald Trump is a cool president? His entire, argument was like, oh, he pardoned ASAP Rocky, and he just did some cool stuff. That's it. Like, no actual, policy, nothing like that. Like, he's a fucking dumbass. Like, dude, you have no rights to be speaking on this, because you're obviously so stupid that you don't understand what's actually going on. And then we have, the chat logs here. Facts. These F words, real, W. Just N words galore. Let's see. Yeah, it's just fucking incel losers. Satnam never sought to improve Kick. This is obviously just an excuse to not admit the fact that he accepted to be part of a horrible, disgusting platform that put his community in danger instead of the ridiculous quality of money offered to him. Oh, this was a text from him apparently. When Kick first reached out to me, I thought, hell no. I thought all the issues that I've seen with the platform, and I instantly told him no. Then over the course of many months, we had more and more discussions. AKA, they offered me more and more money. More than yeah. Like, he knew how bad it was. But he was still like, oh, that's a lot of money that I need. At the expense of my community who got me to the place I am at. And, it's just a whole thing of Kick just trying to sign on streamers. And streamers, when Aiden moved to Kick, he just went off the rails. He did anything and everything he could to be the most disgusting and vile person out there. And now with Satnap, he's willing to sacrifice his community of LGBT members to replace it with basically just the worst fucking incel viewers that anyone could have. And now, Kick decided to ramp up their awfulness when it comes to signees because FouseyTube, who recently signed a deal with Kick, after getting banned from Twitch for saying that he hooked up with a woman that he was very aware of was a sex trafficking victim. And we have this tweet right here. And apparently there was a whole thing with Keemstar in that, but I don't want to pull up the actual video, but this was the whole situation around it. He fucked a drunk human trafficking victim, or took advantage of her basically. And it was so disgusting, and it got him banned off Twitch. And he ran to Kick, and apparently Kick was train wrecks, and Aiden were very quick on trying to get FouseyTube to join Kick. And I don't know, Fousey is one of the worst social media influencers, whatever the fuck he really is. I don't know. He's one of the worst guys on the platform, and he's been around for a long time, and it's just so bad. And he just continues to be such a worse and worse person.
I don't fucking know.
So how do you want us to look for him if you don't know where he is?
I have his address.
What is his address?
I said grab my security 20 minutes ago. You guys are dumb as fuck, man. You guys are literally dumb as fuck. Oh, yeah. Hey, record this. Security, come in here now.
But kind of going back to the whole selling out your audience, let's get to XUC. Now, XUC, when he signed with Kick, it became a huge deal. It sparked a lot of discourse with, is moving to Kick, just allowing more people to be exposed to crypto gambling. And a lot of defense, even one that I had of Speed, is that as long as he doesn't gamble, it will be able to reduce the effect of people who watch him getting, into crypto gambling. And XQC hasn't gambled from what I remember, for a long time. Ever since, Twitch banned it, he hasn't gambled since. But now, apparently he changed his old YouTube channel into a gambling channel. Here's like old videos. Like I don't think he like these are very old videos, and now we have very recent ones where, you know, it's all crypto. It's all crypto slots. It's gambling, and it's just disgusting. Like again, this is proving that like he doesn't give a shit. He just wanted to gamble. I feel like he's been wanting to gamble for a long time just because of this. Like, it doesn't feel like anything new. Or it feels like Kick is probably, like, pressuring him to gamble, let's be honest. But, like, he's been, like, facing a lot of controversy recently. He got completely destroyed by Ethan Klein.
People would rather watch me full screen cam do the fucking worm than watch your prime,
Bro,
than watch your
do
prime
it for
content.
a week. Do a week of no reaction content and see how many fucking views you get. Oh, he's crying in the corner. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that's content, man. It's original content, at least.
And he's basically just been, like, getting completely shat on. And now it's to the point where he's just going back to gambling. He's selling out his audience. Even though, like how many viewers does he have now? 29,000. Let's go to his actual channel. Like, he's got, like, 30K. Recent broadcasts, probably about like hundreds of K of views just on these from like individual people. Now let's go to Kick. Barely, well, at least half of his followers that he has on Kick. I mean, half of his followers that he has on Twitch. And then we have recent, only like a couple thousand. Like 13K, 8K, compared to his Twitch where he was getting hundreds of K. It's not like a large audience of him just getting like a bunch of, you know, people, but like at the same time, like, this isn't good. I don't know, it's just plenty of like stupid people. I mean, like, we started this off with IShowSpeed, but like, you know that shit is getting ridiculous when IShowSpeed, out of like a bunch of influencer controversy, is coming out as like the most safe one. Like, I just think that says a lot.